The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Education helps one cease being intimidated by strange situations." Situations. Sade Walker and Tia Prescott have survived a few. In 2015, Sade Walker walked into her Coleman A Young Foundation scholarship interview 15 minutes early and said to the staff, "You have no idea what I did to get here this morning." Her car had broken down on the way to the foundation's downtown Detroit office, and she called for an emergency ride that came through in the nick of time. It turns out, however, we really didn't have an idea of what Sade made it through that morning and throughout her life.
So that's about 18,000.
Jennifer Smith doesn't teach math, but for so many of her mentees, including Sade Walker, the money for school just doesn't add up. Sade is set to attend college this fall, a family milestone that hasn't come easy.
It means absolutely everything.
It means Sade is counting blessings, not crunching numbers.
I didn't have the money. I didn't know how I was going to get there.
Sade became a DTE Energy Foundation scholar mentored by the Coleman A Young Foundation. Just 1 year later, we met Tia Prescott. She too became a scholar supported by Greektown Casino Hotel. And she too had an incredible story to tell.
A lot of people are afforded opportunities that some aren't. And I can relate to that because I went through so much at a young age. Some of the things that I went through as a child, I just had a mother that, she just didn't know how to be a mother. That's the best thing I can say. But I've been through a lot. I've been in 47 shelters.
Sade and Tia, like so many Coleman A Young Foundation scholars, were determined that their future would tell a different story than their past. Recently, they spoke to us from their college campuses on how those futures are taking shape.
Hello, this is Kari Turner of Coleman A Young Foundation, and I have the pleasure of being joined today by today's Sade Walker and Tia Prescott. Tia, Sade, how are you?
Great.
Hey!
Wow, so you've both had your stories told in videos, and now here we are about to graduate, spring 2018. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, we're like super proud of you, and I'm really curious to know how senior year has been for both of you.
Senior year has been really fun. I met a lot of cool people, a lot of networking. Had a couple of bumps in the road, but overall it was fun. Okay. Super fun.
Tia, how about you?
For me, it's kind of been like a closing of a chapter. It's been kind of bittersweet because I know I went through the progression of school, and it's like I learned so much, and I really became a real adult here. And so knowing that this chapter has closed is kind of bittersweet, but I'm also excited about what's going to happen right after graduation.
Awesome. Well, look, we want to get into some of the bumps and some of the bittersweet stuff. But first, I really just have to take a minute and just shout out some of the things that both of you have done because I'm looking at your stats and they're amazing, to me. Tia, you're graduating from Michigan State with a degree in finance, and you're graduating in 3 years. You've been an undergraduate student of the year. You've kept your GPA high, above a 3.0. And you've landed a position with Altria Corp, and you're on your way to Dallas, Texas. That's awesome. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Sade, you're graduating from Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee with a degree in business administration. You've been an RA on campus and gotten involved in community service projects. You've worked full-time all 4 years while keeping your grade point average above a 3.0. And now you're graduating with a position waiting for you at Nova Copy. Those are incredible achievements, and you've both overcome some incredible odds, having to figure out a lot of life on your own, and kind of like Drake's song, you started from the bottom and now you're here. And that's just kind of like a cool thing. So I'm curious to know, what do you say to yourself when you think about your journey to this point? Tia, you take that question first.
So, like you just said, started from the bottom and now we here. Like, if you started from the bottom, every accomplishment is just profit. And I love the way profit feels. That's one reason why I chose finance, because I love the way capital flows through markets. And I'm really excited and blessed that I got to go into Altria and do my dream role. I'm doing a financial advisory, and I get to see how millions of dollars flow through stores. So Honestly, I just feel blessed. Like, life has really just came full circle for me, and at this point, it's nothing but up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How about you, Sade?
It makes me feel like I can achieve anything just from where I started from to where I am now. It gives me more confident in stuff like anything. Like, I can do anything from this point. That's about it.
That is awesome. I love it. So, Tia, let me ask you, based on your experience and the way you balance class with your extracurricular activity, I see the NAACP jacket behind you where you're a treasurer, right?
Yes.
Based on that experience, what advice would you give to an incoming freshman on balancing life on campus?
Yes. The advice that I would give is to not bite off more than they can chew. I know for myself, I came in joining any and every org just because it seemed cool without doing my own research on what that organization meant. And then as the year progressed, when you get schoolwork and you have to work outside of school, it can become overwhelming. You can start not doing what you're supposed to do and letting people down. So it's kind of better to start off with maybe one organization after you've done your research about them, so that you can also fulfill your priorities with them, take care of your schoolwork, and also if you have to work a job on the side, take care of everything, because you can do a lot in college, but doing too much at once can set you up for failure. So that's the advice I would give them.
It's good advice. It's good advice. Sade, you've built this life for yourself, far away from the environment you grew up in. What have you learned about overcoming some of those personal challenges that pop up along that road to graduation?
I learned to stay focused. That's the first thing, because you can get off track easily in college, and to always be positive. Even if it's bad, like, try to look at the positive of it. It's always some positive in it. And just basically the main thing is to remain focused.
So now I have to ask you both, and that was great advice also. I've got to put Coleman A Young Foundation on the spot now. And I'm a little nervous asking this question, but, I got to ask it. Describe your experience with us, with Coleman A Young Foundation, either of you.
My experience it was very good. Even in the beginning, I remember the day when I had my second interview and I thought I didn't get it. You guys asked me a question like, if you don't get it, what's after this? And I kind of broke down and was like, well, this is it if I don't get this. And you guys end up giving me the scholarship, which I appreciate so much. You guys like a family. Anything I need, I know I can call you guys. And it was good overall. I feel like I gained a whole new family.
You did.
I did.
Tia, how about you?
For me, Coleman A Young has been a family. I went through foster care while I was in high school, so of course I came from like a broken home. Having people that I can call whenever or text whenever when life gives you those blues, it meant a lot for me, because I believe I'm somebody who can handle a lot of things in life, but sometimes you need a person who you can put your emotions on for just a second before you become too overwhelmed. So for that, that's what Coleman A Young has been for me. Someone that, or just a entity that I can go to when I'm feeling vulnerable. Things that I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing with the world, I have been able to share with Kaniqua and Kari and other members of Coleman A Young. So that's what it's been for me, a haven.
Well, you both make us extremely proud. I've enjoyed watching you both grow over these last 4 years, and this moment is bittersweet for us too. But we now get to welcome you into the alumni family. So give us a thought about what the future holds for you.
Okay, so this is a great opportunity. Basically, while I've been in college, me and some friends created our own organization, our own 501c3, our Young Leaders Foundation. And I've also been doing my own networking within Detroit and within East Lansing. Basically, it's my dream to expand Coleman A Young Foundation. It's so many young individuals with the same goals, and they're going in all these different directions. So I definitely believe that we all become under the same umbrella and target the same goal. We'll get there more efficiently, quicker, and with more power. So my dream is to make Coleman A Young kind of revive it a little bit. Of course, honoring the traditional roles that you guys facilitate, but also expanding it and touching more hearts and giving more opportunities for more people. For me, I want to open up businesses, and each of my businesses are going to have an end goal to better lower income people. So I want to open up salons, I want to open up car washes, car rentals, some of the smaller businesses, but also giving people financial literacy. So I want to be more than just a boss to those people. I want to teach them how to grow and how to generate wealth within their own families, because college hasn't been for everyone, but what's the point of me having the opportunity to go to college if I can't share that knowledge with other people? So that's what's kind of on my radar right now.
That is awesome. Awesome. Sade, talk to me about what you'd like to see happen in your life in the next few years.
What the future holds for me for the next few years is I really want to tap into real estate and start my own business, because I always work for people my whole life, which I get that, but at one point I want to own my own business and really tap into real estate.
Awesome. Well, you've both taken the steps to develop the necessary resources, and we wish you all the best, and we're going to continue to be in your lives, but thank you all for being a part of our lives too. We're better because you're here with us. So, and I think our founder, Mayor Coleman Young, would be proud of both of you if he could see you now getting ready to graduate. So kudos, go Young.
Go Young.